The world of love and hip-hop has just been hit with its most shocking scandal, yet reports have leaked and the streets are buzzing with unbelievable claims Rasheeda is pregnant. But Kirk Frost is not the father, and if you think that's the craziest part, hold on, because it gets even messier. Sources close to the couple reveal that Kirk completely lost control when he found out, allegedly confronting Rasheeda in a heated explosive showdown that turned 6 social media is on fire with whispers that a private medical report was leaked exposing Rasheeda's secret pregnancy. Fans are in absolute disbelief. How did this happen? Who is the real father, and what led Kirk to allegedly snap in rage? When the truth came out, eyewitnesses claim that tensions between Kirk and Rasheeda have been boiling for weeks, but nobody saw this coming. The couple's marriage, already shaken by past infidelity and betrayal, may have just hit the point of no return, and now shocking footage has surfaced showing Kirk in a furious, uncontrollable state. What really went down between them? Stay tuned, because we're about to break down all the juicy details of this jaw-dropping scandal. The chaos erupted out of nowhere. Nobody saw it coming. At first it was just whispers of vague rumor floating around the internet, but within minutes it turned into an unstoppable wildfire spreading across gossip sites, social media, and celebrity news channels. Rasheeda was pregnant. That alone was shocking enough, but what sent the internet into a complete note-town was the second part of the report. Kirk Frost was not the father at first. Fans refused to believe it. After all, Kirk and Rasheeda had been through years of ups and downs, scandals, cheating rumors, breakups, and makeups, but no matter what, Rasheeda had always stood by Kirk's side. The idea that she'd be pregnant by another man was almost unbelievable, but then the proof started surfacing. An anonymous source leaked official-looking medical documents that showed Rasheeda was indeed expecting. Even worse, a second leak suggested that Kirk had already taken a DNA test, and the results confirmed he wasn't the father. Twitter exploded instantly. Ain't no way she did Kirk dirty like this, one fan tweeted. After everything Kirk put her through, if it's true, I don't even blame her. Another posted, hold up, who's the FA? We need answers, ASAP. Meanwhile, Kirk was completely in the dark. He was out running errands, oblivious to the storm brewing on social media. But it didn't take long before his phone started blowing up. Missed calls, texts, no notifications. When he finally checked his phone, his heart dropped. The headlines were everywhere. Rasheeda pregnant, but Kirk Frost ain't the daddy. Reality TV star caught up in pregnancy scandal. Who is Rasheeda's real baby daddy? Sources say Kirk was in total disbelief at first. He kept refreshing his phone hoping it was some sick joke or misunderstanding, but the more he read, the more furious he became. And this can't be real, he allegedly muttered. But when he saw the lie DNA results, something inside him, as AAPB witnesses claim, Kirk lost it. He allegedly threw his phone across the room, smashing it against the wall. People nearby say they saw Kirk pacing back and forth, shaking his head, cursing under his breath. I need to talk to her now, he reportedly yelled. Kirk immediately called Rasheeda. Once, twice, 3 times, no answer. That only made things worse. Oh, so now she don't want to pick up? Kirk shouted, grabbing his keys and storming out. He sped home, pushing through traffic, his mind racing. Every possible scenario ran through his head. Was it true? Had Rasheeda really betrayed him, or was this some twisted sit-up? But the second Kirk walked through the door, he knew something was off. Rasheeda was sitting on the couch, scrolling her phone, looking calm as ever. You got something to tell me? Kirk asked, his voice deadly quiet. Rasheeda barely glanced up. What are you talking about? She muttered, not even pretending to be surprised. That set Kirk off. Dumb PA dumb, RSHHEDA, you know damn well what I am talking about. Rasheeda sighed, dramatically tossing her phone aside. I will have time for this. Kirk, that was the wrong answer. Kirk snatched her phone off the couch and smashed it on the floor. You don't have time, you don't have time. Who the hell's baby is this? Witnesses claim Kirk was completely unhinged. His hands were shaking, his face was red, his breathing was heavy. But Rasheeda, she barely flinched. I'm pregnant. That's all you need to know, she finally said. And I, not the father? Kirk screamed. Rasheeda shrugged, looking him dead in the eyes. Guess not. That was it. Kirk snapped. He kicked over the coffee table, sending magazines and Campbell flying. He punched the wall, leaving a visible dent. Julianne, this, you cheated on me after everything I did for you. Rasheeda laughed coldly, shaking her head. Everything you did for me. Kirk, do you really want to go there? Her voice was low. Oh, but deadly. You really want to act like you some perfect husband, like you never cheated on me, never embarrassed me in front of the whole damn world. Kirk was fuming, his fists clenched so tight his knuckles turned white. That ain't the point, Rasheeda. That's exactly the point, she shot back. At this point, things were getting dangerous. Kirk stepped closer, his face inches from Rasheeda's. Tell me who it is, he growled right now, but Rasheeda refused. She turned away, grabbed her purse, and started walking upstairs. Oh, so you just gone? Walk away, Kirk yelled, following her. I don't owe you an explanation. Kirk lunged forward, grabbing her wrist. UANTGOIN, no here, TIL. You tell me the truth, let go of me KK, Rasheeda screamed, yanking her arm away at that exact moment. A loud crash echoed through the house, a chair tipped over, a lamp shattered against the floor. That's what security was called by now. The entire neighborhood was buzzing, paparazzi were already outside, cameras flashing, reporters shouting. We heard screaming. Is Rasheeda op? Kirk, is it true you attacked her? Security guards rushed in, separating the two. Kirk was breathing heavily, his hands shaking, his face twisted with rage. You better tell me the truth, Rasheeda, he muttered one last time, but Rasheeda just smirked. You'll find out soon enough, and just like that she walked away, leaving Kirk standing there completely shattered. But the drama wasn't over yet, because just hours later a mysterious video surfaced online and won it. Show changed everything the moment Kirk's phone screen lit up, showing leaked footage of Rasheeda in a hotel room. His entire world came crashing down, his hands tightened around his phone. His breathing became shallow, and his mind raced in a million directions. What the hell is this, he muttered, under his breath, replaying the video again and again as if hoping it would change, but no, there it was, clear as day. Rasheeda sitting in that dimly lit hotel room, admitting that the baby wasn't his, and then came the worst part, the moment when the unidentified man, the father of the baby, stepped into view, just enough for a partial glimpse of his face, and Kirk felt his stomach drop. Even though the video was shaky and low quality, Kirk had a sick feeling in his gut that he recognized that man, but he needed confirmation, because if it was who he thought it was, everything was about to explode. With anger boiling over, Kirk snatched his car keys off the counter and stormed out of the house, his mind clouded with rage. He didn't even realize where he was driving at first. His body was moving on pure instinct, but then his phone buzzed again, a new notification, Rasheeda's leaked confession, full VO. Kirk's knuckles turned white as he tapped the link. This time the video continued past the part he had seen before. I never meant for things to happen like this. Rasheeda's voice trembled in the footage. The man in the video let out a deep sigh. But does he know? Does Kirk have any idea? Rasheeda rubbed her face, her shoulders slumped with exhaustion. I don't know, he's been acting weird lately, like he suspects something, but I don't think he has proof yet. And then came the moment that shattered Kirk completely. The mystery man in the video steeped forward just enough for the light to catch part of his face, and in that instant Kirk knew exactly who it was. His entire body went ice cold, because the man in that room was someone Kirk never expected, someone too close to home, and at that moment Kirk felt his grip on reality slipping. Oh hell no, he whispered, his heart pounding violently before he even realized what he was doing. He swerved the car onto a side street, slammed the brakes, and punched the steering wheel so hard his knuckles stung. He couldn't breathe. He couldn't think. His chest felt like it was about to explode, because if that video was real, if Rasheeda was pregnant with that man's child, then Kirk's entire life was a lie. His mind raced back through every moment, every sign. He ignored the late-night phone calls, Rasheeda brushed off the secretive glances, the sudden mood swings, the times when she'd say she was going out with friends, but something felt off, and Kirk had let it slide. And she wouldn't do me like that, he had told himself, but she did, and now the whole world knew before he did. His vision blurred with rage as he grabbed his phone and hit Rasheeda's number. She answered on the first ring. Kirk, her voice was soft, like she already knew what was coming. Don't answer, Kirkami. His voice exploded through the phone. What the hell is this? Who the hell is he? There was a long pause. Kirk's pulse pounded in his ears. Then finally Rasheeda spoke. Come home, we need to talk. Kirk nearly crushed the phone in his hand. TKTA. You think I win a TK right now? Just come home. Kirk. Click. She hung up, and that only made Kirk more furious. Oh hell no. Without wasting another second, he slammed the car into gear and sped off toward their house. By the time he pulled into the driveway, paparazzi were already there, their cameras flashing wildly. As he jumped out of the car, somebody had leaked the news, and now the entire world was watching him crumble. Kirk ignored. The reporters stormed through the front door and slammed it behind him. Rasheeda was already waiting, standing in the living room with her arms crossed. Her expression was unread. Kirk locked eyes with her, his chest heaving. Tell me that video is fake, he demanded, his voice low and dangerous. Rasheeda's lips parted slightly, but she didn't say anything, and that was all the confirmation Kirk needed. His world shattered. You lie to me, he whispered, his voice full of betrayal. Rasheeda finally met his gaze. I didn't lie, Kirk, I just didn't tell you. Kirk went out of dark, bitter laugh. You just did, and tell me so I'd go to you find out with the rest of the world. Rasheeda took a deep breath, like she was bracing herself. It's not like that. Kirk, I was going to tell you I just waited until the baby came out looking like him. Rasheeda flinched, her face flushing with frustration. Don't do that, don't act like you've been some saint this whole time. Oh hell no, don't you dare try to flap this on me. I am not a flipping anything, K. I'm just saying. Who is he? RSE. He to silence. Russ's eyes darted to the side like she was scared to say it out loud, and in that moment Kirk knew it's him, isn't it? Rasheeda didn't answer, but she didn't have to. Kirk let out a sharp breath, his entire body trembling with fury. I swear to God, Rasheeda, she finally lifted her chin, her voice steady. I think you should leave, Kirk. Kirk stared at her, his mind spinning out of control. You really about to throw everything away for him? Rasheeda's jaw tightened, her hands clenching into fists. I already did, and with those words Kirk felt everything snap. This wasn't over, not by a long shot, and Kirk was about to make sure of that. Kirk stood there, his chest rising and falling rapidly, his hands clenched into tight fists. Rasheeda's words echoed in his head, each one like a dagger twisting deeper into this heart. I already did. She had already thrown it all away, their marriage, their history, everything they had built together, and for who? For some other man. Kirk's vision blurred with a mixture of rage, betrayal, and disbelief. How did it come to this? How did his entire life become a damn soap opera overnight? The air in the room was thick with tension, the kind that felt like it could explode at any second. Kirk took a step forward, his voice dangerously low. You better tell me right now who the hell he is. Rasheeda tightened her eyes, darting to the side. She didn't want to say it because she knew the second Kirk found out the truth, things would get real ugly real fast. Kirk felt his patience snap. I said, who is he? The walls of their once loving home felt like they were closing in, suffocating them both under the weight of the secrets between them and TH. Then a voice from behind them shattered the silence. I think you should calm down, Kirk. Kirk froze because that voice, that damn voice. He turned around slowly, his breath catching in his throat, and there he was. The man who had destroyed everything, standing right in the doorway, bold as hell, like he belonged there, like he had the right to be in Kirk's house, like he had already taken Kirk's place. And when Kirk's eyes finally locked onto his face, all hell broke loose. Kirk lunged forward, his rage exploding like a volcano. UMOTARF. Rasheeda jumped in between them, her hands pushing against Kirk's chest with all her strength. Stop it, K, just as it. But Kirk wasn't hearing any of that. He was seeing red, his entire body burned with fury, his fists itching to swing because the man standing in front of him was someone he had trusted. Someone he had never expected, someone who had been in his life for years. It was one of his closest friends, a man who had been around his family, been at their house countless times, been at their wedding, and now he was the father of Rasheeda's baby. Kirk couldn't breathe. He felt like the room was spinning, like the ground had vanished beneath his feet. How Kirk's voice was hoarse, full of pure raw pain. His so-called friend, the man who had betrayed him, lifted his chin, refusing to look away. A while, that was it, a while, like it was nothing, like this was just some casual mistake. Kirk let out a bitter, humorless laugh, his hand shaking at his sides. Wow, so all this time while I was out here defending you, while I was out here calling you my brotheroo, were creeping with my wife. His friend had the nerve to sigh like Kirk was the one being traumatic. Kirk, listen, don't you dare try to XP in this. I swear to God, I am ab enough. Rasheeda's voice cut through the chaos, but Kirk barely heard her because he was too busy picturing all the moments he had trusted this man, all the times they had hung out together, all the times Rasheeda had smiled at him, laughing at his jokes, acting like everything was normal, and the whole time they were lying to his face. Kirk felt like he was losing his damn mind. He turned to Rasheeda, his expression full of betrayal. So this was the big secret, huh? This is who you were sneaking around with? Rasheeda's face twisted with guilt, but there was something else in her eyes, to something Kirk hadn't expected, the sense like she wasn't even ashamed anymore, like she had already chosen her side. I'm done lying, Kirk. I'm done pretending. No, you didn't get to act like you were the vict. I'm here. Kirk's chest heaved, his entire body vibrating with anger, and that's when his so-called friend stepped forward. You need to leave, Kirk. That was it. That was the final straw. I need to leave. BR. This is my house. Not anymore. Silence. The weight of those words hit Kirk like a freight train. What did you just say? Rasheeda's gaze dropped, but she couldn't bear to look him in the eye. Kirk, I'm filing for divorce. It felt like the air had been sucked out of the room, like the walls were closing in on him. No, you're not serious. You're not serious right now. Rasheeda swallowed hard, blinking back tears. I'm done, Kirk. Oh, you're done? You already do it after everything. I done F for you after everything. We being view. Rasheeda's face hardened, and that's when Kirk knew she was really choosing him, choosing his so-called friend, choosing to burn everything down, and Kirk felt like he had been stabbed in the back again and again and again. He shook his head, letting out a deep bitter laugh. "You're going to regret this." Rasheeda, both of y'all are his so-called friend, stepped closer. His voice calm. "Just leave, man." Kirk turned to him, his eyes full of pure fire. "You better pray I don't see you again, bro. K, if I do, K, just go." Rasheeda's voice was sharp, but Kirk barely heard it, because in that moment all he could hear was the sound of his own heart heartbreaking. His life was falling apart right in front of him, and there was nothing he could do about it. But one thing was certain. This wasn't over, not by a long shot. Kirk stood there frozen, his entire world unraveling before his eyes. Rasheeda's words echoed in his head like a never-ending nightmare. Pregnant but not with his child. The room felt smaller, suffocating, the weight of betrayal pressing down on his chest. He could feel his pulse in his temples, the anger boiling beneath his skin like a ticking time bomb. "I'm filing for divorce, Kirk. This is done." Rasheeda's voice was eerily calm, but Kirk could hear the finality in her tone. This wasn't one of their usual fights. This wasn't something they would just move past. "You think you can just say that and walk away?" Kirk's voice was raw, his throat tight. He took a step closer, his eyes burning with hurt and fury. "You really going to throw everything away like that?" Rasheeda exhaled, her expression unreadable. "Everything was thrown away a long time ago, Kirk. You just didn't notice." "That's bull." Kirk started, but Rasheeda cut him off. "No, it's not. You did this, Kirk. You pushed me away, you broke me, and now that I finally did something for me, now you want to act like the victim." Kirk laughed bitterly, running a hand over his face. "This ain't about me acting like no damn victim, Rasheeda. This about you running around do dirt behind my back, then trying to justify it like I deserve it." His voice was rising, filled with frustration and disbelief. "You think I planned this?" Rasheeda shot back, her own anger bubbling to the surface. "You think I wanted this, Kirk? I spent years forgiving you, years looking the other way, years hoping you change, but you never did. So what, this was your way of getting even?" Kirk's jaw clenched, his fists trembling at his sides. "Number, Kirk." Rasheeda's eyes glistened, but she held her ground. "This was my way of choosing myself." Silence, a thick heavy silence that neither of them could escape. Then a knock at the door. Both of them turned. Kirk's stomach dropped. Rasheeda didn't move for a second, then with a deep breath she walked over and opened the door, and there he was, the man Kirk never wanted to see in his house, tall, confident, the father of Rasheeda's unborn child. Kirk saw "The hell you doing here?" His voice was dangerously low, his entire body vibrating with rage. The man stepped inside without hesitation, his gaze locking onto Kirk's. "We need to talk. We ain't that nothing to talk about." "Oh, I think we do." The crossed his arms, standing his ground. "I want you to understand something, Kirk. Rasheeda, she ain't yours anymore, and this baby, that's my child." That was it. That was the moment Kirk snapped in a flash. Kirk lunged at him, his fist colliding with the man's jaw, sending him stumbling back against the wall. "KYKSTP." Rasheeda screamed, trying to pull him back, but Kirk was done hearing words. One punch, then another, and another. The man tried to fight back, but Kirk was seeing red. He was out for blood. "You think you can just walk in my house?" Kirk roared, his fist smashing into the man's face again. "You think you can take what's mine?" Crash, a lamp hit the floor, glass shattered. The living room was chaos. "K, enough." Rasheeda's voice cracked with panic, but he wasn't listening. He had lost everything, and now he wanted someone else to feel that pain. Then bang, the door flew open again. "Security, Rasheeda, get off me!" Kirk thrashed against them, his rage still burning. The other man wiped blood from his lip, breathing heavy but smirking. "You done now?" His tone was mocking, condescending. "You lucky they stopped me," Kirk shouted, still trying to break free. "Nah," the man chuckled, shaking his head. "I ain't lucky, you the one that lost, Kirk, and deep down you know it." Kirk's body tensed, his fists trembling, but he knew it was over then. Rasheeda did something that shattered what was left of his soul. She walked over to the man she touched his face. She checked if he was okay. Not KK, not the man she had been married to for 4 years, not the man she had built a family with him, and in that moment, Kirk felt something worse than anger, worse than betrayal. He felt replaced. Rasheeda turned to him, her eyes filled with something he couldn't quite place. "You need to go, Kirk." Kirk blinked. "Excuse me, you need to leave." Her voice was soft but firm. "This is my house now." Kirk let out a hollow laugh. "You really doing this? You really gone throw me out?" Rasheeda's lips parted slightly, like she was hesitating, but then she said it, the words that seal his fate. "It's already done." Kirk's security started guiding him toward the door, but Kirk's feet felt like Lee. "Rasheeda, don't do this." He tried one last time. She looked away. She didn't say anything, and that hurt more than anything else. The door closed behind him. Kirk stood there on the porch, staring at the house that used to be his hands still shook, his mind still raced, but deep down, he knew it was over, not just the fight, not just the relationship, everything, and for the first time in his life, Kirk Frost had truly lost, and there you have it folks, the biggest scandal to ever hit Kirk and Rasheeda's relationship, and it's still unfolding. Can you even believe what just happened? Kirk losing his mind, throwing punches, getting kicked out of his own house. This is next level drama, and the craziest part, this story is far from over, so now I about hear from you. What do you think about this wild situation? Do you believe Rasheeda did the right thing by moving on, or do you think Kirk actually deserved another chance? And let's talk about that fight. Was Kirk out of line, or did he have every right to snap? Hit the comments right now, because I know you all got some opinions on this one, and listen, if you want to stay on top of every shocking update, every leak detail, and every messy twist, you know what to do. Hit that says UVCRD button and turn on all notifications, so you never miss the tea. Trust me, this ain't over, and you do not want to be the last one to hear about what happens next. And while you're here, smash that like button if you live for reality TV level drama, cause, let's be real, this is wilder than anything we've seen on TV. And don't forget to share this video with your friends, because this scandal is too big to keep to yourself. Alright, why? That's it for now, but stay locked in, because the next chapter in this drama, it's coming real soon. Till then, keep watching, keep commenting, and as always, stay messy.